Well, hello and welcome again to our reading of Homer's Iliad, Book 3, and we're up to line 33, and as I've said before, we're going fairly slowly, certainly at the initial stages, and there's some quite hard bits in this early section as well. Hos de hoti tis te drakon ta idon, palin orsos apeste. So we get another simile, just as we had a simile in regard to Menelaus when he sees Alexander striding ahead of the pack. Now Alexander also, when he sees Menelaus, he does the exact opposite. He shrinks back, avoiding death. And the simile here is as when tis, again another generalizing te here, which is untranslatable really. So as when a certain person, idon, having seen the raconta, a snake, apeste, literally stands back, palin orsos. The etymology is not totally secure with this. It probably means something like turning tail, turning one's back on something. So stepped back again, or turning away. He steps back in the beses. This is dative plural here from besa, a glade. So in the glades, oreos is genitive from oros, a mountain. So in Attic this would come from oros, which of course is neuter, and we get a lengthening that happens sometimes for the sake of meter. You also get this form uros. The stem of this of course is ore, and then you get your genitive ending, and normally in Attic Greek this will contract to give you us, which is that funny genitive that you get in third declension neuter nouns, but here we see the uncontracted form, and you'll see that a lot in Homer. So in the glades of the mountain. Now the hupo is a preverb with the main verb here, which is elabe. We get a doubling of the lambda to make this into a long syllable for the sake of meter. So it's an augment, so it's elabe from lambano with a preverb, and the subject is tromos, so fear. So fear seized guia, his limbs, and the hupo beneath him. So terror or fear seized his limbs beneath him. So it's a bit like he went weak at the knees. Anacoresen, he retreats from anacorio, apps back again. Okros is pale fear. Pallor is often translated. Okros is often used as an adjective for pale, but here it's a noun, so it's pale fear or something. Pallor. Hele is from hyreo, it's that difficult verb, and the stem of this is hell, appropriately, and this is the aorist form. Sometimes it's been augmented, sometimes you get the unaugmented form. Here it's augmented in the sense of take. So pallor takes him, and then Piraeus in his cheeks, probably an accusative, internal accusative in respect of his cheeks. So pallor takes his cheeks. So that's the end of the simile here, and then we get thus, again, edu from duno, he sunk into the company of the Trojans, who are, this is a funny word here, the agarokos, noble, the noble Trojans. The etymology of this is not secure, but some people have connected it with geras, prize, and the chi here with echo, and the alpha is intensitive, so having many prizes and hence having lots of possessions and hence noble, but that's maybe a false etymology. The word is just generally translated as noble or lordly. Trojans, so he sank back again into the company of the noble Trojans. Desas, from aorist participle from dado here, having become terrified of, the subject here is at the end, so godlike Alexander did all this. He sunk back again into the company of the noble Trojans, having feared the son of Atreus, which of course is Menelaus. Ton de Hektor ne kesi idon aiskois apeesin. And Hector, when he saw him, aorist participle, he abused him, really. He quarrelled with him. He quarrelled with him with harsh words, with literally disgusting or disgraceful, perhaps rude or harsh epeesin words, dative plural for epos. We get a repeated epsilon here to give us an extra syllable, so with harsh words. And he says, dus pari. This is a funny expression here. It's Paris, which is Alexander's other name, and the dus is bad, so it's sort of almost a naughty Paris, but perhaps a bit stronger, evil Paris, wretched Paris. Eidos aristi, you, and it's vocative, you who are the best, eidos, accusative, in appearance, in looks, so you're the most handsome. Gunai manes, this is an adjective here, you're mad about women, so womanizer, woman crazy. Aperaputa, deceiver. Interesting word, and I'm not sure the etymology is terribly secure. It's interesting, it's the word used by Apollo when he's talking to Hermes in the Homeric hymn to Hermes. Hermes has stolen the cattle of Apollo, and he denies it on pain of death, even though we know he has done it, and Apollo calls him this. He says, you deceiver, aparata. Itheophiles, now the I is from I plus te, and the I here is really an aeolic form of epsilon iota, if, but it's used idiomatically here, would that, and it's used with the ophiles. So would, you take this together, so would that you, and it takes an infinitive. Now emini, sometimes with double mu, this is the infinitive from, it's like it equals ani, so that emini is just equal to ani, to be. Very common, these meni endings for the infinitives. So would that you to have been argonos, unborn. So would that you were never born, and we get a te in te, and that you had apolesthai, to perish, argemos, without marrying. Well, the logic doesn't quite make sense here, because I think Hector's very angry with him, and so he's not thinking straight, because obviously if you're not born, then it makes no point to tell you shouldn't be married either. So slightly illogical. So would that you were never born, you to be unborn, and to have perished without marrying, without marriage. Kai ketop buloiman. And we get a kai and a kai. The first one's quite strong, and so it's almost in fact, I would have wished this. This is what I really would have wanted. And ken with the an, this is just from the verb to be past tense, like ain, and it would have been polukedion, much better, than to be thus Lobane a cause of outrage, so to be a thing of outrage, a cause of outrage, and hypopsion, a thing of suspicion by others. So to paraphrase this as it would have been this would have been better than for you understood to be a cause of outrage and held in suspicion by others. Apu, something like surely, for to get these particles in. So surely the Achaeans, who literally having long hair, kare is in the with the head, so accused of respect. So in respect of their head, we just say long-haired Achaeans, but it's the Achaeans who wear their hair long in respect of their head. So the long-haired Achaeans. So surely the long-haired Achaeans kankoloo, well, it means to exult. It could be a negative thing here of making fun of you, but exalting. Phantes, saying, understand, you, emini, notice the double mu this time for the sake of meter, to be, promon is a champion, the arestea, the best champion. Hunica for haughty, really, because, you'll see this a lot, hunica for haughty, because the ep here is short for epesti. And just note that with the accent on the front, you get ep for epesti, because literally fair beauty is upon you, that is, you're very attractive, but there is in your mind, there is not ba strength, nor any valour in your mind. I think I want to take that with the alk. Ba is physical strength and alk is mental strength, valour. So, but there is no strength for you, there is no might, nor any valour in your mind. And we'll finish there.